understand me, right? You're in for a treat. We have a special visitor who's going to tell us about a French-speaking country, I guess a country. French-speaking province.
Un territoire.
Territoire. Et Marie, dis-moi, on va parler en français ou en anglais ou les deux?
Because it's a mixed group and you have a few beginners, I think it will be
both, ok? Un peu de français, un peu d'anglais, oui? Ok? Qui est-ce qui parle français encore? Je sais bien que tu parles. Ok, très bien. Qui est-ce qui a voyagé au Canada? Qui est-ce qui connaît le Québec? Et main en l'air. Qui est-ce qui a vécu au Québec? Ah oui!
Québec, c'est le Fredericton et Toronto.
Ah, Nouveau-Brunswick.
Oh,
Le Nouveau-Brunswick, oui.
Toi et ton frère?
Ouais.
Oui? Ok.
Donc, qui sait c'est où le Nouveau-Brunswick? Vous deux, j'imagine? C'est ton frère?
Oui.
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 C'est la seule province. Est-ce que le Québec est bilingue?
Non?
Non. La seule province qui est bilingue, c'est le Nouveau-Brunswick.
Nouveau-Brunswick is a bilingual province in Canada, right? And how long did you live there?
7 years.
7 years? Were you born there?
No, we were born in Toronto.
You were born in
Toronto.
Toronto. Oh, cool. So who else said they've been to Canada? You've been to Canada? Where have you been?
Toronto.
Toronto? Where have you been?
Québec, ma grand-mère. Québec.
You been to Québec?
La ville de Québec ou la province de Québec?
La province.
La province. Quelle ville? De Montréal ou
Je pense que
Montréal?
Et moi, je connais la ville de Québec parce que j'ai fait un tour du vin au Québec. It's fun. Who else said they've been to Canada? Where have you been? Cool. And?
Niagara Falls in Toronto.
Wow. And?
Niagara Falls and Montreal.
Montreal? Yeah? Quebec? Yeah?
Niagara Falls.
Where?
Niagara
Falls. Well, because we're a French immersion school, a lot of people go to Quebec on a vacation just so they can get the chance to speak French, maybe eat some good French type food like a poutine. You know, the last time I went to Quebec, I made my husband tell me no more poutine because every time we went to a restaurant I ordered poutine.
Who knows what poutine is? Who doesn't know what poutine is?
What is it?
Who wants to... Qui connaît la poutine? Et qui veut expliquer aux autres c'est quoi la poutine? Oui.
C'est des frites avec du fromage et une sauce.
Oui, donc ce sont des frites, des French fries, avec une sauce brune, a gravy, like for turkey at Thanksgiving, and cheese. But what kind of cheese? Quelle sorte de fromage? Oui.
Cheese curd.
Cheese curds. And how do you know it's good? If it squeaks on your teeth.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to try some more.
So cheese curds is when after they make the cheese curds is what's left over, and the sauce goes on and it warms the cheese, but it doesn't melt the cheese. So you still feel it squeaking on your teeth. And you can even buy cheese curds, the fromage en grains. You can buy it at the dépanneur.
There's a picture of it. Yeah.
C'est la poutine. And who knows what the word poutine means? What? Yes. I think you said it. No?
No, she just said it.
Oh, it means, the urban legend is that someone had French fries with gravy, which was common, and someone had a bag of cheese curds, and they bumped into each other and spilled on it, and the guy says, "Oh, ça c'est une maudite poutine." That's a heck of a mess. A poutine is a mess. And it is kind of messy. And poutine is also the last name of a certain president of Russia in French. So it's Vladimir Putin. Because poutine would be a different word that we're not going to repeat in fifth grade.
That's right. I thought we were going there, but okay, good.
So, we're going to start by a little film. So who knows what this is? What sport? Oui, quel sport? Le hockey. Le hockey, est-ce que c'est le sport national du Canada?
Oui.
Qui pense que oui? Qui pense que non?
Oh,
Le sport national du Canada est la crosse.
Ah.
Le sport hivernal national du Canada, the winter sport,
Oh, technicality.
is hockey. And who knows how many hockey teams, NHL teams, there are in Canada?
You can take a guess if you're not sure.
Ouais. Oui, combien? Non, mauvaise réponse, oui. 3 ou 5, qui pense que c'est 5? Qui pense que c'est pas 5? Alors, ceux qui ont le not 5 wins, combien?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 Maple Leafs and the Canadiens.
No. We're going to get, do you think it's more than 5 or less than 5? Who thinks it's more?
More. Okay,
With the
Mrs.
more
Talley
wins.
back there. She's got an idea. Mrs.
Combien?
Talley?
8? No, that's probably too many.
Oui. Non, c'est moins de 8, mais plus de 5. Oui. Plus de 6.
Voilà.
7. Qui peut les nommer? Who can name them?
7 hockey
7
teams.
hockey teams.
Bon, je peux faire comme 1 ou 2.
Ok, lesquels?
Maple Leaf.
2.
Est-ce que je peux bouger bien sûr?
Oh, come on.
Qui d'autre? Ok, les Canadiens. Elle va se compter.
Oh, that looks like something I see here. Huh.
Les partisans contents. Le CH.
CH?
Ouais.
Oh.
Et alors, je vais vous expliquer ce que c'est ça.
Okay,
Qui
CH.
d'autre?
The Flames,
Flames. C'est quelle ville?
Calgary.
Les habitants.
Quelles autres équipes?
Les habitants?
Les habitants, ça c'est the nickname.
Oh.
It was the Habs. It used to be your team wasn't full of Russians and Swedes and
right.
your team was full of the hometown. So
Habitants.
les habitants, the hometown boys.
Hometown.
So that's why it's
Okay.
go Habs. Go. Qui d'autre? Quelles autres équipes?
Got another one?
Donc on a
Come
1,
on!
What about
Show the whole
Toronto?
family there. But you're letting us
4,
down.
5, 6, 7. On va dans l'ouest.
All right, there must be some Vancouver team, isn't there?
Oui, c'est Vancouver, Salt Lake.
Islanders.
Grizzlies?
No, that's New York.
No.
Beavers.
What?
Nope, not the Beavers, pas the Castors. Sont the-
Vancouver.
What's a name for a Canadian? Like a Yankee?
Canucks.
Oh, the
The
Canucks.
Canucks. Canucks. De Vancouver. 3 autres.
2, 3, 4.
Il y en a pas d'Alberta.
Alberta.
Donc, on a déjà dit les Flames de Calgary, mais c'est quoi la ville capitale de l'Alberta? Oui.
Yeah.
The Winnipeg.
Ottawa. And Ottawa is the... What was the old Washington baseball team called before we came in? Les Sénateurs d'Ottawa.
Senators?
It must not be very good.
Les Sénateurs d'Ottawa, the Ottawa Sens. Deux autres.
2 more.
Un est dans l'Alberta, puis l'autre est au Manitoba. C'est quoi la capitale de l'Alberta? Si je dis Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Oilers.
Oilers.
Yeah.
Oilers, you got it.
Pétrole.
Edmonton Oilers.
Et le dernier, c'est nouveau. C'est une équipe nouvelle. De la ville francophone de Winnipeg. C'est de Manitoba, c'est Winnipeg.
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 Winnipeg Warriors.
Nope. C'est un aéronef de chasse. They also, an American football team has their name, and they're obnoxious from New York, and they were green.
Jets.
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 They steal the Giants' stadium.
Et qui sait combien de... C'est quoi le prix à la fin de l'année que le vainqueur gagne de la LNH? LNH, c'est la Ligue nationale du hockey, donc LNH. is NHL.
Oh.
C'est quoi le prix à la fin de l'année?
What's the prize?
Stanley Cup.
C'est la Coupe Stanley.
All right. Yeah, which Washington
Go
won.
Cats.
Combien de fois est-ce que Washington a gagné? Une fois. Combien de fois est-ce que les Canadiens de Montréal ont gagné?
2 fois.
Qui pense que c'est 2 fois? Qui pense que c'est plus? Qui pense que c'est plus de 10 fois? Qui pense que c'est moins de 10 fois? Les moins, you're out. Qui pense que c'est plus de 15 fois? Qui pense que c'est moins de 15 fois? OK, everyone's still in. Qui pense que c'est entre 15 et 20?
15 and 20? 15 and 20?
Who thinks it's between 15 and 20 Stanley Cups? Or who thinks it's more than 20? Who thinks more than 20? All right, everyone who's more than 20, you're still in. Who thinks it's more than 25? Who thinks it's less than 25? These two are still in.
Oh.
Alors, combien? How many? 23? Et toi? 23? Any other? Was that where you're
Mrs. Tally, you got a good idea.
No, I thought it was more than 25. I'm
You said more
out.
than 25, you're out.
She's out.
You're out.
It is
Okay.
lucky number
24.
24.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. That's so many.
Now,
How
I
are we
will
gonna catch
admit,
up?
je dois avouer que c'était beaucoup plus facile quand il n'y avait que 6 équipes. It was a lot easier when there were just 16s to win the Stanley Cup, so I, got it
Oh,
when there were
maybe.
6 teams, but this is le Québec. Donc, les Leafs de Toronto, boo, viennent de Toronto. Oh, ouais, Toronto. Les Canadiens de Montréal viennent de Montréal. Les Flames de Calgary viennent de Calgary. Les Canucks de Vancouver. Les Sénateurs d'Ottawa. Ottawa. Les Oilers d'Edmonton. Et les Jets de Winnipeg. Il n'y a pas d'équipe dans les Maritimes, donc who are they fans of at times? And then we'll stop talking about hockey because there's a lot more.
I'm learning a lot. Are you kidding?
C'est quel État?
If you live out in the islands, who do you think you would
ici.
support?
Le Québec. Ça, c'est le chez nous.
Okay, that's Quebec.
Et on va... Ça, c'est le Québec. Nous avons quatre voisins américains. Donc, il y a un voisin ici, ici.
Ok, moi je sais parce que je suis allée à Jay Peak, and
Moi
south of
aussi.
Jay Peak, which is in America, in Vermont, you can see, I think it's 3 states and 2 countries. 4 states and 2 countries?
Yeah, when it's not freezing and
Yeah,
bleeding.
I've been here and it's been pretty windy too. You can see
Dans quels États? Oui,
Maine.
la Maine,
Maine.
c'est ici, c'est la Maine.
cold winter days, you can see Maine.
La Maine, quels autres États? Le New Hampshire, et je vais donner la parole aux autres après. New Hampshire, quels autres États? Elle l'a dit déjà,
I
c'est
just
quel
said
État?
I went skiing at
Où est-ce
Jay
que tu
Peak
dis?
in
Non, non, c'est quel État?
Ver. You're on the Ver part, that's right.
Oui, le Vermont. Et l'autre État voisin, notre plus important voisin, le voisin avec qui on fait plus d'échanges commerciaux que le Royaume-Uni, la France, l'Allemagne et le Japon combinés, juste avec un seul État. C'est quel État? Oui.
Rocket
Connaissons-les bien d'où? New York.
He was singing New York, New York.
Donc nous avons 4 voisins Et ici, c'est le Massachusetts, donc souvent les gens des maritimes, ils aiment les Bruins.
Bruin.
Bruins, ouais. OK.
Yeah, Bruin.
On va avec un petit film.
OK.
Un petit film de quelques minutes.
Tu peux mettre le...
Oh, salut, bon.
Oui.
Oh, est-ce que c'est intelligente ou...
It's not plugged in.
Ouais, c'est chouette. Et avec les sous-titres. Parce qu'il faut comprendre les sous-titres.
Un peu plus.
Ça fait bien.
When I was a boy, growing up in a small village in Quebec, two events were mandatory: the Mass on Sunday and the Saturday night hockey game.
La caoutchouc demoiselle est au Blake. Blake se rend jusqu'au centre de la glace, s'approche de la par Émile Bouchard qui reprend la rondelle et que se bouscule le long de la clôture. Et l'arbitre siffle hors jeu. Continuons dans ce troisième période. Toujours Canadien 2, Toronto 2. La rondelle est mise au jeu. Émile Bouchard reçoit la rondelle à la ligne 2. Il entre le filet de Brodal, le disque est pris par Stewart. Et à son tour lance le caoutchouc à la ligne bleue. Et c'est Blake qui reçoit la rondelle. Passe à Martel. Martel à Richard. Richard lance. Et Maurice Richard. C'est maintenant 3-2 pour le Canadien. Alors qu'il ne reste plus que 14 secondes à jouer en troisième période. Maurice Richard avec défense de Blake et Martel. Plusieurs fois du tricolore sont sur la glace pour féliciter Richard.
I remember very well the winter of 1946. We all wore the same costume as Maurice Richard did, the red, white and blue costume of the Montreal Canadiens, the best hockey team in the world.
We all combed our hair like Maurice Richard, and we used a kind of hair glue to keep it in place. We laced our skates like Maurice Richard. We taped our sticks like Maurice Richard. We cut his picture out of all the newspaper, and we knew everything there was to know about Maurice Richard. On the ice, when the referee blew his whistle, both teams would rush at the puck. We were 5 Maurice Richards, again 5 other Maurice Richards, throwing themselves at the puck. We were 10 players, all wearing the uniform of the Montreal Canadiens, all with the same burning enthusiasm. We all wore the famous number 9 on our backs. How could we forget that? One day, my Montreal Canadien sweater was too small for me, and it was ripped in several places. My mother told me, if you wear that old sweater, people are going to think we are poor. And then she did what she did whenever we needed clothes. She started to look through the catalog that the Eden Company in Montreal sent us every year. My mother was proud. She never wanted to buy our clothes at the general store. The only clothes that were good enough for us were the latest styles from Eaton's catalog. My mother did not like the order forms that were included in the catalog. There was too much English on them, and she did not understand a word of it. When she ordered my hockey sweater, she did what she always did. She took our writing pad and wrote in her fine school teacher's hand, "Dear Mr. Eaton, would you be so kind as to send me a Canadian hockey sweater for my boy, Rock, who is 10 years old and a little bit tall for his age. Dr. Robitaille thinks he's a little too thin. I'm sending you $3. Please send me the change if there's any. I hope your packing will be better than it was last time." Mr. Eaton answered my mother's letter promptly. 2 weeks after she wrote it, we received the sweater. It was one of the greatest disappointments in my life. Instead of the red, white, and blue Montreal Canadien sweater, Mr. Eaton had sent the blue and white sweater of the Toronto Maple Leafs. I had always worn the red, white, and blue sweater of the Montreal Canadien. All my friends wore the red, white, and blue sweater. And besides, the Toronto team was always being beaten by the Canadiens. With tears in my eyes, I summoned up the strength to say, "I never wear that uniform." "First of all," said my mother, "you're going to try it on. If you make up your mind about something before you try it, my boy, you won't go very far in this life." I was crying. "I can't wear that." "Why? This sweater is a perfect fit. Maurice Richard would never wear it." "You're not Maurice Richard. Besides, it's not what you put on your back that matters, it's what you put inside your head. You never made me put in my head to wear a Toronto Maple Leaf sweater." My mother sighed in despair and explained to me, "If you don't get this sweater, which fits you perfectly, I'll have to write to Monsieur Eaton and explain that you don't want to wear the Toronto sweater. Monsieur Eaton understands French perfectly, but he's English, and he's going to be insulted." "Do you think he's going to answer us right away if he's insulted? Spring will come before you can play a single game. Just because you did not want to wear that nice blue sweater. So I had to wear the Toronto Maple Leaf sweater." When I arrived at the skating rink in my blue sweater, all the Maurice Richards in red, white, and blue came and looked at me. The referee blew his whistle, and I went to take my usual position. The coach came over and told me that I could be on the second line. By the third period, I still hadn't played. One of the defensemen was hit on the nose by a stick. It started to bleed, and I jumped into the ice. My moment had come. When the referee saw my Maple Leaf sweater, he gave me a penalty because there were already 5 players on the ice. That was too much. It was too unfair. This is persecution. It's just because of my blue sweater, and out of spite, I crashed my stick against the ice so hard that it broke. I bent down to pick up the pieces. When I got up, the young curate, unscathed, was standing in front of me. "My child, you're not going to lay down the law around here just because you're wearing a Maple Leaf sweater. A good boy never loses his temper. Take off your skate and go to the church and ask God to forgive you." Wearing my Toronto Maple Leaf sweater, I went to the church and prayed to God. I asked God to send me right away 100 million moths that would eat up my Toronto Maple Leafs sweater.
qui est partisan des Canadiens ou des Maple Leafs? Est-ce qu'il aime les Canadiens ou les Maple Leafs? Qui pense qu'il aime les Canadiens? Qui pense qu'il aime les Maple Leafs? Qui ne sait pas? Who thinks he's a Montreal fan?
Canadien.
Canadien.
Oh,
Who thinks he's a Maple Leafs fan? Who doesn't know? You're right. He's a Montreal fan. So this was a book that's actually is there just so impactful to the point that
Yeah. Oh no, maybe he finished with enough.
it was on the back of the $5 bill.
The book was? The picture of the book? Oh my gosh. The Canadian $5 bill. Look at that.
C'est l'ancien billet, maintenant on a des nouveaux. Mais la citation.
Wouldn't that be cool if we had books on our dollars?
Yeah, American money is ugly.
If you sold us some color.
There's like someone spelled coffee on it. Les nouveaux, là? Oui.
Wait, don't they use American dollars in Canada?
Non, le dollar canadien.
Oh.
Ah. Hey, you learned something? That's what it's for? Look at that. Wow. Regardez ça, oui.
C'est bloqué dans votre réseau. Mais la citation qui est derrière, peut-être tu vas. The winters of my childhood were long, long seasons. We lived. Nope. We lived.
Trying to read what you, there we go. Okay, thank you.
We lived in three places: the church, the school, the church, and the skating rink. But our real life was the skating rink. Les hivers de mon enfance étaient des saisons longues. Nous vivions dans trois lieux: l'école, l'église et le patinoire. Mais la vraie vie était sur le patinoire. Moins de...
You said it up time?
Tu
veux retourner la vidéo?
Oui. Non, c'est le même. Non, fermez la vidéo, juste un retour aux photos. Du billet de 5. Donc voilà, c'est quel numéro? Et c'est qui le numéro 9? C'est quel joueur?
Comment? Il s'appelait comment?
Or something.
Est-ce que c'était Guy Lafleur?
Non.
Est-ce que c'était Alex Ovechkin?
Non.
Est-ce que c'était Maurice Richard?
Oui, Maurice Richard.
C'est ça, Rocket Richard. Donc c'est pas... Donc c'est la citation du livre, le chandail de hockey, et une scène des gens qui jouent au hockey avec le chandail numéro 9, Maurice Richard. So now we're going to play a game. Oui, une question, oui.
They're not doing very well these days, les Canadiens.
Ben, ils sont meilleurs que les Leafs. Better than the Leafs. We'll find out who's going to win. So next Friday, le 15, les Canadiens seront ici à Washington contre les Capitals. Mais j'ai un autre lien. Qui venait de gagner quelque chose à Washington?
Les Washington Nationals.
Mais sont qui les Washington Nationals?
Baseball.
Sont les... Oui, mais avant d'être les Nationals, c'était qui?
Oh oui, oui, oui. Oh,
Non,
je suis
non.
désolée.
Pas les Sénateurs.
Non.
Oui? Non, pas les Sénateurs.
Toronto.
Non.
Where were the Washington Nationals before?
Je vais vous donner un indice.
What? No, but they came from Canada. Oh, the Montreal Expos. Montreal Expos. Wait. The Nationals used to be the Montreal Expos. After they were the Senators. There they go. Oh.
Donc, les Washington Nationals sont arrivés en quelle année à Washington? Quelle année? What year?
2005.
2005.
2005.
Avant.
2005.
Depuis 1969 qu'ils étaient les Expos de Montréal. Donc, from 1969 to 2004, they were the Montreal Expos. Before they were the Montreal Expos, they were the Montreal Royals.
Oh.
And there's a famous player from the Montreal Royals you may know, number 42. You may know him as a Brooklyn Dodger, but before you as a Brooklyn Dodger, who's number, wait?
Is it Jackie Robinson?
It is Jackie Robinson. Because what they don't tell you is that the Dodgers said, yes, a black person can play in the league here, but you have to win the World Series in Canada first. So he played for the farm team of the Brooklyn Dodgers, which was the Montreal Royals. Jackie Robinson, number 42, was very exotic in 1950s Montreal. Figure it's a French-speaking Catholic white society that has a black man from the U.S. come, but for Montreal, it didn't matter. He was the best player, and to the point where there were games when the Montreal Royals forfeited in the U.S. when they were playing in a Jim Crow state.
Oh, they wouldn't let Jackie
When they wouldn't let Jackie Robinson play,
play,
the entire team sat down and said, we forfeit.
Wow.
And they still won the World Series. 1954, I think.
Wow. So he was playing in Canada before
Jackie Robinson.
here.
So and then he wins in Canada, comes to Brooklyn, and the legend is born. But there's always a backstory behind any legend. So they became the Expos. Who knows what? C'est quoi les Expos? Je pense Expo, ça vient de le mot Expo.
Expo marker?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Expo, ben, la Tour Eiffel aussi a un lien avec une expo. Une expo.
Position.
Le Tour Eiffel à Paris. Qui est le Tour Eiffel? Le Eiffel Tower? Oui, qui l'a déjà vu, le Tour Eiffel? Qui a déjà vu le Gateway Arch au Saint-Louis, au Missouri? Ils sont débattus pour quel événement? Quelle célébration c'était une World's Fair, une exposition de Montréal. Et Montréal a accueilli le World's Fair en 1967. C'était la plus grande expo mondiale de l'histoire. Sa Majesté la Reine Élisabeth, elle est venue. Et c'est là qu'elle a dit « Vive le Québec libre ». Et c'est là que Charles de Gaulle a dit « Vive le Québec libre ». Et les relations Canada-France ne sont pas améliorées. Bon, on va partager en 4 groupes, 4 groups. Qui sait c'est quoi un joke de papa? Un joke de papa.
He knows. What is it?
A dad joke.
That's exactly.
C'est quoi un dad joke? C'est quoi un joke de papa?
That's exactly what
C'est quoi un dad joke?
Like a bad part most of the times.
Yeah, most of the times. So, qui pense qu'ils vont aimer les dad jokes en français?
Moi, je peux les aimer.
Oui. Donc, je vais demander l'aide des professeurs. Donc, on est 4.
Ok, oui, oui.
Donc, ce qu'il faut faire, one at a time, so each by each table, one of us will come to each table, and you face off against the person in front of you.
Oh, Daddy.
And we'll go one by one down, and if the person laughs,
Reading the joke to each other?
if you make the person laugh,
Oh no.
avec la joke, if the person laughs, si la personne rit, tu lui donnes la carte et tu ne vas avoir aucune carte à la fin. Donc c'est l'équipe qui n'a pas de carte à la fin qui gagne.
Okay, so whatever team gets rid of all their cards by making people laugh.
Yeah, we do points because there's nothing else to count. If you laugh, the team that made you laugh gets a point. So you wanna make them laugh. And the other team, their job is to be. And if, donc ça c'est la version sucrée, donc pour les débutants. Si jamais tu ne comprends pas la blague, ou si jamais tu peux soit sauter, soit lui demander de l'aide avec la blague.
If you don't understand the joke, you can jump to the next one, or you can ask for help.
Donc il y a 2 blagues par. Donc il y a 4 blagues par carte. Oui.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe si toi t'es en train de me dire à quoi tu
Guys, I'm sorry, there's too much talking. I can't hear the question.
comme moi j'adore une blague à quelqu'un d'autre
Ouais.
et quand moi je suis en train de le dire, moi je commence à rigoler.
Tu perds le point. C'est l'autre personne qui a le point. Donc si tu ris en train de dire la blague, tu perds un point.
So if you're telling the joke and you laugh, you lose a point. So you don't want to laugh when you tell the joke. But I think.
Et qui va être la personne? Oui.
Donc, est-ce qu'on fait un test, Marie et moi?
On peut y aller.
Donc, Marie et moi, Madame Hilton et moi.
Les cinquièmes, Sébastien, Saline, les yeux ici. On modèle.
Comment on appelle Batman au Mexique?
Je ne sais pas.
Le sombrero.
J'ai perdu.
Elle a perdu un point.
Ah, j'ai perdu.
Comment est-ce qu'on appelle Batman au Mexique?
Le sombre.
Le sombrero. Sombrero.
Héros.
Ah.
Tu vois, mais ça c'est vraiment le problème. Plus la bague est mauvaise, plus elle nous fait rire.
Oui.
Alors, Monsieur Margulis, que dit-on d'une grand-mère lionne qui est contente du bulletin de son fiston?
Je sais pas.
Elle est mamie fière. Il a gagné. Tu le fais avec elle, donc?
Oui.
Ok.
On fait un exemplaire, puis on fait ça
Je vais
aussi.
le faire en anglais et en français aussi, ok? Quelle est la façon la plus facile? What is the easiest way to seem thinner? To look more thin? Avoir des amis plus gros. Having bigger friends.
Ou, qu'est-ce que... One more exemple. Qu'est-ce que le Mexicain dit quand il fait le lavage? Ah, c'est sale, ça.
C'est sale.
C'est sale, ça.
C'est sale. Oh, elle est en train de gagner. Elle a compris, mais j'ai compris.
T'as compris?
Voilà, elle a gagné. Mais j'ai pas ri. Vous avez ri, donc?
Et j'ai ri, donc moi je veux... Ok, donc. On va commencer ici. Non, moi je vais les compter.
J'en ai une depuis. Mais tu sais, mais Marie, il faut mieux si on le fait en voix haute parce que les enfants ne comprennent pas tellement. Okay, I've got another one for you. Ready?
So we'll go one by one to each student.
I think we got, no, je pense que on le fait en adulte comme on le faisait.
Ah, ok, avec...
Ok? Je crois que c'est comme...
Ouais.
Ok? Ah, il a déjà dit quelque chose. Ok, ready? Here's a dad joke, French dad joke. What do the people of Lyon, that's the city in France, put in their sandwich? Qu'est-ce que les habitants de Lyon mettent dans leur sandwich?